Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the weather briefing for the last day of racing at the 2014 Verve Cup and the T10 North American Championships here in Chicago. I'm meteorologist Chris Bedford. Make sure you're checking those official forecasts and warnings. Conditions can change quickly, so you want to be up to date on the latest advisories that may be posted for the sailing area. Looking at the forecast for thunderstorms over the area. We have had that area expand a little bit since yesterday, and it does include Chicago. Right now it looks like that's for later tonight and tomorrow morning. I don't see any threats realistically for the race course today. We should have a nice day of weather out there, although it will be a bit more cloudy than it has been. On the surface weather map this morning, we still have that high pressure that's sitting up over the northern and central Great Lakes region. Showing signs of slowly shifting out to the east now. We also have the low pressure over the lower Ohio Valley down to the south, and these two continue to work together to produce a light to light moderate easterly gradient flow across southern Lake Michigan. And indeed, we're seeing winds around 10 knots from the east over most of the sailing area first this morning. Satellite image shows an area of scattered cloud across the southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois area. There's a lot of this is debris cloud from heavier thunderstorms out over the central plains. Those thunderstorms aren't a threat. They're associated with a frontal system that won't be here for a little bit. We're all clear of rain for today. However, we will continue to see this cloud cover passing over the area. There'll be some breaks of sun at times, but generally more cloud than sun today, and certainly more cloudy than it was yesterday. We have some scattered showers down across central Illinois. Nothing really to worry about. All that activity will stay down to the south of us. All right, looking at the forecast chart for early this afternoon, we continue to see the high pressure up over Lake Superior. That's going to elongate down across the Lake Michigan toward the Wisconsin shore, much like it did yesterday. We get a ridge that forms right along the Wisconsin shore, and that'll work with the low pressure still sitting down over Kentucky to back the breeze a little bit more to the northeast as the day goes on. So much like we saw yesterday, right shifted breeze in the morning, backing through late morning, early afternoon into the northeast and northeast. So very similar scenario, but with a weaker gradient today. So on the forecast model, we've got easterly winds at first this morning, generally around 10 knots. Indeed, that's what we're seeing out there. And as the morning goes on, we should start to see the breeze back a little bit to the left, and that trend will continue into the early afternoon. Now, during the initial backing phase, we may see some patchiness to the breeze. We could get a little bit of drop in pressure, a couple knots on average, or the wind might just become a little bit less consistent while it's going through this left shift. But once it settles in the northeast, it should start to recover and build back up again, much to the similar pressure that it has this morning. And then during the afternoon, we continue to see the breeze trend to the left, although it'll be possibly easing a little bit in the mid to late afternoon period, probably after all racing is done for today. The other feature I wanted to point out is that if you look closely, there appears to be a little bit of a left bend in the streamlines here. So winds a little bit more right shifted in on the shore, a little bit more left shifted on the offshore side. So we may see some slight bending, maybe 3 degrees, 5 degrees on average across the course area. Also, there appears to be more pressure on the offshore side of the course area, so we may have a little bit of a shift versus pressure conflict going on the course area this afternoon. It could make tactical decisions a little bit interesting. Okay, the summary for today, mainly east-northeast winds around 7-11 knots. We could see the odd puff up to 15 through about mid-morning, but I don't think we'll see much of that. And then during the late morning, the wind will start to back east, northeast, to northeast. And then by midday, we should have this northeast wind. I still have 7 to 11. It may be a little patchy in there while it goes through the backing trend before noon. Afternoon, we should see a little bit of a pressure build going on, and I show that for the afternoon up to about 9 to 13 on average. And again, it looks like after about 2:30, 3 o'clock, the wind may start to back off or ease a little bit for the latter part of the afternoon. Looks like good weather. As I said, some increasing clouds are possible. Seas generally around 1 feet. Probably hedge that closer to 2 feet because we've had this breeze blowing all night. And very pleasant temperatures again out there today. Thanks. It's been a pleasure working with everyone again this year. I wish you all the best of luck today and hope to be back next year.